Hi everyone, Rebecca Taylor here, and today I will be sharing with you my new Hobonichi 5-year Techo planner. So I've actually never used one of these before. I have long watched other people on their YouTube videos sharing their 5-year planners and just always thought it was such a neat idea and something that I really wanted to get for myself. And so you can see that I have gone ahead and ordered the 2021 through 2025 planner to start this year off. So obviously I have already opened my planner. It arrived a couple days ago. Now this video won't be going up until Monday, and I'm filming it over the weekend. But I knew this was coming and that I didn't want to miss any of the journaling days. So I was just sort of journaling on pieces of paper in the meantime until it arrived, and then I was able to go in and backfill those dates. So we can see when we open it up, you get a little instruction book that is completely in Japanese, and so I am unable to read it, but it is a super cute little little instruction booklet. And then also this is nice that this comes with it. And the purpose of this, if you're not familiar with the Hobonichi planners, is to test out pen ink on. And so you can see, is that what's that going to look like on there? How does it write on this paper? And then does it bleed through? So that's a handy little helper that I will be keeping in the box, so that if I ever use different pens on this, I'll be able to test them out first. So let's go ahead and take this out. Now I went ahead and ordered the A5 size. It also comes in the A6, which obviously would be, would be smaller, but I really do like the larger size, and just the way I really do enjoy the way the A5 feels in your hands. And it's a fairly heavy book because of course it has these Bible-like, the papers, it's sort of the best way to explain it if you've never used a Hobonichi planner before, is that the paper is very much like Bible paper. So of course it's very thin, and then there's a lot of them, and it ends up having a very nice weight to it. So like I said, I have started journaling in mine, and that's what I'm going to use this for. Now I've seen people utilize these in a variety of different ways, and of course some people are quite artistic and they will do artwork in it. But for anyone who's not familiar with the 5-year Techo, I'm just going to do a quick explanation of how these are laid out. So you can see here, this is, the month January, and this would be the 25th day. And over here, you have the different years. So January 25th of 2021, on this date, I will write a journal entry about this day in this section right here. And then the next year, on January 25th, 2022, I will journal in this section. And so then by the point is that by the time the 5 years are done, you have a journal for every day of the year for 5 years, and you can kind of flip back and see what were you doing that day and reflect back on, what were you doing over those 5 years. And I just thought it was such a neat idea and something that I really wanted to get started for myself with the beginning of this year. So as you can see, like I said, this is a personal journal, so I won't kind of open it up, but I have started journaling all through those first few days, and today is, when I'm filming this, is the 9th, and so I will be journaling in here later today. Now I've seen other people use this side because this is basically like one big blank page, and so some people who are very artistic will do drawings, or I've seen some people do paintings with some paints that would be okay to use on this and not bleed through. And a few people I have seen will paste like photos, and so that would probably be neat to see. Now I will say, if you're not familiar with these you might want to search up on YouTube and look at some other people's journals, because what happens as they use them, the paper expands and expands and expands, and so their books can end up quite large. And particularly people who are doing that artwork on this side or doing the photographs. Now, I've seen a few people that have done photographs even for just like maybe 2 years, and they have completely blown out the binding on their book. But I'm not going to be, as far, as of right now, I'm just going to be using this as a personal journal, and it's going into my daily habits, because it's something that at the end of every day before I go to bed, it's part of my new habits routine to journal just briefly about the day, what was I doing that day, and then to be able to have this sort of record of your life all in one book. So I'm really excited about this. I've long wanted to be more, I've wanted to do more journaling, and just there's something about the structure of this that really appeals to me, and it makes me want to do it. And I think it's because it's just such a small journal page. You don't really have to, have this feeling of like, oh, I need to fill up this entire, page every day, which, I can do for some days, but other days it's like, what did we do? We sat around or we did housework, and it wasn't a particularly, stellar day to write home about. But in here, if you're writing about one of those kind of days, it doesn't feel like it's just sort of a reference. What does your life look like? So I'm pretty excited about this. I will go ahead and put a link to the Hobonichi store where I ordered mine. I think the A5 size might be sold out. So if you're interested in getting one for yourself, I do believe the A5 is sold out. Oftentimes you can find things on eBay, so you might be able to still find a seller on eBay that has the A5 size, and they may have still had some A6s available if you'd be interested in the smaller size. And the other thing, they make all kinds of really nice covers for the outsides of these. For now, I'm just keeping mine in the box it came in, just to sort of keep it protected. But as this binding potentially grows, even though I'm only journaling in it, I suspect the binding might continue to sort of bloat up over time. I think I would like to find a cover for it, and I know that Hobonichi made a really nice red leather one, so that would maybe be a nice addition to it as well. So, but that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to share this new journal that I'm going to be using, and I'll probably bring it out and do updates over the course of the year. And it'll be, I think it'll be a really fun thing to kind of look at over the next 5 years and see how it's growing and how those journal pages are adding up. But again, if you're interested in finding one for yourself, I will put the link to the Hobonichi store in there, but you might have to look for the A5 size from another retailer. Thank you for watching today, and I hope you enjoyed this.